Hello everyone, I'm Tammy.
And I'm Catherine.
And we're coming to you from the Sewing Cafe in Georgetown, Ontario, Canada. So we are running an Underground Railroad quilt-along, and you guys have had the best questions, and I love your questions because it tells us you need more information. So, Catherine, if I'm new to quilting, can I do this?
We certainly are welcoming new quilters. It would be best if you had some sewing experience so that you knew how to thread your sewing machine and sew a straight line. If you can do that, then we can teach you to quilt.
You probably want to keep a consistent seam allowance too, right?
Yes, a consistent seam allowance, yes.
Yeah.
You just got me thinking there. It would be best if you had, if you're participating online, if you had a knowledgeable quilter nearby. If you ran into any trouble, they could demonstrate it. But most of you will be participating in person, so we can demonstrate the skills here. And if you need any backup support, we have sessions called Quilting with Catherine, and you can come on in and we'll help you with whatever you're stuck on.
Mm-hmm. And within the Facebook group, we're happy to answer your questions and try to get you going again. But if you think you need that one-on-one in-person support, maybe we can find you a quilter nearby that'll help you. I know there's someone considering in Calgary. We've got a new beginner starting from Northern Ontario, and she's been paired with my mom. She doesn't mind. She loves to help out. So we might be able to find someone near you, even if you're not coming into store. What is the completed size of the quilt?
So the finished size is about 58 by 72. That's a generous lap size quilt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a nice size to curl up with on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not too wide to find a nice backing for either.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Has it started yet? Nope. We're still getting everybody registered so that we're ready to begin on March the
2nd. I had a wee typo. I must have been looking at my calendar weirdly, and I typed in March 1st. But our meetings are going to be on Sundays. The reason we're doing that is because we want the shop to be closed so that we can take over the whole shop just to ourselves and focus on what we're doing.
Yeah, so it's going to be a little private party here in shop. If you are joining us online, please don't feel like you're going to be excluded. We're going to make sure you have all the information, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have fun online as well as in person. But if you're able to make it in person, it'd be great to hang out with you. Okay, if there's a square that looks incredibly daunting or squares that feel too difficult, can we swap for an easier square?
So the answer is, of course you can, but I really feel confident that once we demonstrate the skills to you, they all have a trick to them. And once you see how easy the tricks actually are, you're probably going to feel quite comfortable doing the proposed quilt, so yeah, the proposed block.
And even the square you're looking at with curves, I have a feeling that's one that might be freaking some people out.
Yeah.
We have a trick here in store. It's actually one of the first quilts I ever sewed with was that block. I am sure as a beginner you can tackle it with the way that we've got this set up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, do I have to choose fabrics on my own?
No, you don't. We have a bunch of fabrics here that we've set aside for this project. We want to use fabrics that would be really representative of the time period. So we've got some very interesting textures and patterns to use. Now right here, we have two fabrics. One of the blocks is called Broken Dishes. And what the Broken Dishes block means in an Underground Railroad quilt is that it's the signal that people should look for broken pottery outside a shop or a home, and that's the signal that it's a safe house. So this pattern really reminds me of a floral that would have typically been printed on antique dishes. And the blue Dyes were very, very common because they were made with indigo that came from Africa.
So we are mixing and matching fabrics. It is not a complete matchy quilt.
No.
And I think you're going to love it because, of course, it can't be authentic, but, you know, we've given consideration to what fabrics are being used. We're going to put it together in the best way that we can, and I think you guys are going to be excited. But, you know, if that whole choosing your own fabrics feels daunting, take a seat on this one. You're in the back seat. We're going to drive with the fabrics, and I think you're going to have fun.
Yeah. So all your fabrics for your quilt top and your binding are included in the cost of participation.
And we can always help you choose a backing. If you're doing it from afar, we'll know what fabrics you have. We might even have a few small pieces of those for those that we're shipping, because we are able to do this either in store or online. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but we have a group joining us from up north. We have people considering this from across Canada. It is limited to residents of Canada only. That's just the way our shop operates. Suggested further reading. Is there a book club to go with it?
So there isn't going to be specific, like a signed reading. There are some books that we're going to be recommending as optional extra reading, but really the whole format of our Sunday meetings is going to be a lot of discussion on the history, and we will cover typical book club topics. But there isn't going to be specific required reading, but there is specific required sewing. So.
And if you want to geek out a little bit further into the history and you find resources that you love, we do have a retired librarian joining us, so I'm pretty sure there'll be some things here. You are welcome to share it within the group, and those who want to geek out a little bit deeper, yeah, we're here for it. We'll support you in that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, also check out the January-February issue of Canadian Geographic. It's a magazine that's published here in Canada, I believe, and they have a feature article on Underground Railroad
quilts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, where do I find more information? However you're watching this, there will be access to a link. If you're watching this on Instagram, you're going to have to go into the link in bio thing because Instagram doesn't let us do links nicely. In Facebook, you'll find the link there, and on YouTube, click on the name of this video. It should pop up the description, and there will be a link directly there. There are two options to purchase. You can pay all in one lump sum, or you can do 3 payments over time instead of doing it all in one lump sum.
Very good.
I think that answers all the questions for now, but keep them coming. We're here to help, and we can't answer them unless you tell us what you need to know.
Very good. Looking forward to it.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.